project, I chose to do the Dustbowl. Early history. The Dust Bowl was a period of drought with high winds and high temperatures that affected the Midwestern prairies of the United States from 1930 to 1940. It's widely considered a man-made ecological disaster. Crops began to fail with the onset of drought in 1930, exposing the bare, overplowed farmland that had been stripped of native grasses. Without deep-rooted prairie grasses to hold the soil in place, it began to blow away. This led to massive dust storms in the Midwest. Areas affected. So areas that were severely impacted included southeastern Colorado, southwestern Kansas, the panhandles of Oklahoma and Texas, and eastern New Mexico. This area is known as the Great Plains or the Prairie. Dust was carried on the wind for miles. The drought was the worst ever in U.S. history at the time. It covered more than 75% of the country and affected 27 states severely. Impact on history. The Dust Bowl intensified the economic impacts of the Great Depression. The Great Depression was a severe global economic downturn from 1929 to 1939. It was characterized by high poverty rates, high unemployment rates, and bank failures across the United States. Impacts to people. Non-agricultural employment opportunities were scarce in the Midwest. So many families in the Midwest could no longer make a living farming as crop prices declined and farm income dropped. People became sick from the frequent dust storms. Some developed what is now called dust pneumonia and experienced shortness of breath and chest pains. The dust made everyday life a challenge. It made its way into houses that left coating on food and furniture. Migration. Dust storms drove many farming families to leave their farms in search of work and better living conditions. Many families are unable to make a living anymore from farming, so they packed up and headed west towards California to find jobs other than farming. Most of the time, they used Route 66. Route 66 is a major road used by migrants who were coming from the Dust Bowl states in the Great Plains. FDR's New Deal and agriculture. The New Deal focused on economic relief, recovery, and reform. The Agricultural Adjustment Act of 1933 reduced crop supply, stabilized prices, and supported farm incomes. In 1934, President Roosevelt signed the Taylor Grazing Act. It took 140 million acres of federally owned land in the Midwest area out of the public domain and established carefully monitored grazing districts. This was one of many different New Deal efforts to try to heal the damage done to the land by overuse. The program stopped the deterioration of the land in the Midwest, but it couldn't undo the damage that had already been done. It's the end of the Dust Bowl. After the Dust Bowl, agricultural practices were adjusted to focus more on soil conservation. Planted cover crops and implemented crop rotation. Following the drought, conservation practices were introduced, crop diversity was introduced, and crop insurance was established. Also, the regional economy was diversified. New changes in farm policy, new aid programs, and the removal of some of the most sensitive agricultural lands from production all helped reduce the vulnerability to future droughts. By 1939, regular rainfall returned to the region, bringing the Dust Bowl years to a close.